Hello and welcome to today's video where we will be drawing some colorful and fun easy spring flowers with any water soluble pencils that you might have. So I'm using today my Derwent Inktense pencils, but you could also use any watercolor pencils or also water soluble crayons. So whichever medium you have at hand, use that and just enjoy. I will add all the details and all the colors and everything that I use in this video in the description below, so you can check the details out there if you wish. But as I always say, don't let your supplies limit you. Just use what you have and enjoy the process, and you can easily just, follow the process with whichever mediums and colors you would like or happen to have at hand today. The sketchbook I'm using today is this toned paper sketchbook by Hanemule. It is their watercolor sketchbook, one that I really enjoy using with my Inktense pencils. And I think this kind of tan-toned paper works really beautifully with these bright spring colors. It somehow just, lifts them and emphasizes them. So I really, really like this combination. We will today be using kind of the normal method of building layers, the one that you already know that I enjoy if you've been watching any of my other videos. So we'll first do some rough sketches, just some loose sketches, and add the first layer of color. And as you can see, I'm using quite a lot of water here to activate the pigment so that I can have that beautiful watercolor-like first layer. And then we will start building other layers with more details. But today's art session, this is really just a fun and quick one, so there aren't too many layers, there isn't anything overly complex, so this is super beginner friendly. Or if you're not a beginner but you just want to have a very relaxed art session, I think this is then the perfect one for you. We will be doing lots of color mixing, or lots, but quite a lot of color mixing in today's video. And you can see that I'm not using a separate palette of any kind. I am mixing the colors on the paper, and that is one of the methods and techniques that I really enjoy. So just be bold, just experiment, see what works, and that way you can create beautiful, really beautiful effects. For example, with this light pink, very simple light pink flower, what I like to do here is that I use this flamingo pink color to first add the kind of the kind of rough sketch of the flower, and then I color every petal with white. And once I start activating, we get this beautiful light pink color, because I start with activating the white and then I let the colors blend beautifully together. So this is just one method, and I just wanted to show you different ways of making the most of your pencils, and also showing you that you don't need to have a huge variety of different colors. You can create quite a lot with only a limited palette. The overall palette I'm using today, or the selection of colors, is my Spring Inktense pencil palette. This is my curated set of 24 pencils for the springtime. As you know, I've mentioned this many times on my channel. I have a full video where I share this palette with you. But I keep on enjoying these so much, and I think this spring palette might be one of my favorites so far. I really enjoyed the autumn and also the winter palette, but I think this one is just super cheerful and inspiring in that way. It might also be because, as I think I said in one of my previous videos, after the really long winter months, I just enjoy seeing all these colors. But what I wanted to say again is that you can do so much with only a limited number of pencils. So once you start mixing them on paper and really seeing what they can do and get to know your colors, you can create such beautiful effects and so many different shades of different colors. So experiment and have fun. I think that's what today's art session is all about. Let me know in the comments which of today's flowers is your favorite and which flowers you have been sketching lately. And if you already have some flowers visible in your garden, if you are living here in the Northern Hemisphere and you are experimenting with springtime at the moment, let me know how it looks. For us, it's still super grey and it's even really, really cold. It has been some minus degrees even in the morning, so it's really cold and it's still grey. No more snow, but we don't have too many flowers yet, so I'm still waiting for that beautiful green and colorful spring to arrive. But that's what happens when you live here in the Nordics. It's totally fine. It will come once the time is right. As you can see, there isn't too much planning when I'm filling this spread. This was one of those little art sessions when I just wanted to take half an hour of one busy day, and I just wanted to create something colorful and something cheerful and let my creativity really guide the way. So I just wanted to fill this spread with some flowers, and I always know that I enjoy working with Inktense pencils. They are so pigmented and they work so wonderfully well on this paper, so that it was a real joy of sketching these little illustrations. But there wasn't too much planning. Usually I like to plan my art, but there are those moments when I just want to create something and enjoy the process. Let me know in the comments actually if you are someone who always has a good plan, or if you are someone who just goes with the flow and lets your creativity guide you once you start sketching. I think we are all different in that way, but it is so much fun also to sometimes challenge yourself a bit. As you can see, I'm kind of careful here activating the pigment and not spreading it too much around, but also I'm kind of mindful of how much water I'm adding on a page. And then once we add the second and third layers, we are no longer activating the pigment. That's one of my favorite ways to use any water-soluble medium, really, that you can, with pencils and crayons, you can activate it or you can leave it as it is, so you don't have to activate everything. And that way we can kind of get the best of both worlds and create these interesting textures and layers, and that's what I really, really enjoy. So as you can see, we are no longer activating all the layers, and that way we can add details, shadows, some interesting details and textures on our little flowers. So this is also a fun technique and something that I really enjoyed. I hope that you've enjoyed this week's bit shorter video than usual. I had a huge event, work event this week, and I was super busy at work, so there wasn't too much time for art, but I still wanted to share something with you. And also, as I always say, that it's important to find the little moments for your art practice, even though your life might be super hectic at times. So this is one of those sessions that you can just enjoy even if you only have like 15 to 30 minutes in a day. Just, sketch one flower or two or four or five as we do here, and just enjoy the process and be happy and grateful for yourself for taking the time for your art. If you've enjoyed this video, you might want to check out my Inktense playlist. I will have that linked in the description as well. And the Inktense videos are coming again soon. So this is one of my favorite mediums and I use it regularly here on my channel. If you are new to my channel, I know there are quite many of you who are new followers. Thank you so much for joining our little community, and I really hope that you will enjoy our journey that we are taking together. And if you are one of my longtime viewers, thank you so much for your support and thank you for all your lovely comments. At the moment, it takes me a bit longer to get to answer all your comments and react to them, but I read them all and I try to react and answer as many as possible. So thank you so much for supporting my channel. I know that right now it's a bit busy time in my life, but hopefully that will also pass at some point, and then I can get back to my regular regular process of posting a couple of times a week. But I hope that you will have a wonderful April week. Enjoy the springtime or the autumn time, if that's where you are heading. So I hope that you will enjoy whichever season you are getting to experiment and experience at this point. I think it is such a gift and joy that we get to experience different seasons. At least that's what I really love about living here where I do, that we have 4 very different seasons. So I hope that you will enjoy your week and that you have time for your art. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed already. And I will see you very soon in my next video. Thank you for watching and bye for now.